Yeah, and speaking to your point there, let's talk about tests. Rob, I'm going to start with you with some of the younger kid numbers, but this new data on the academic performance, first through eighth graders, when we take a look at this, not doing as well as they were pre-pandemic. The decline's particularly bad in math.
Absolutely. And so, and that math issue is in a lot of ways also tied to reading. So there's this great meme that's on Facebook about, when was the last time, each grade had a normal school year. But our current second graders went into the closure in spring of 2020 when they were in kindergarten, right when they were first about to learn how to read. And so then those kids, a lot of them had virtual reading instruction in first grade, the most important year for reading instruction. And so now they're in second and third grade, where they're supposed to be able to read word problems independently, and so their reading lag is now becoming a math issue. So our second graders, you can see when you look at the data, a large trend. I think they're the most at-risk class. And if you look at the historical data, first and second grade are so important. And if kids don't receive intervention in those grades, they can be behind for almost their entire academic career. And then again in ninth grade, you're seeing gaps in reading and math there. And so, some districts had really robust, very proud of Mount Olive. We had a really robust RTI program where we were intervening the entire time. Other districts did not have that. And so, we're getting a CSV file from the state this week of the Start Strong results. So that's not starting, that's almost halfway through the year. So if you didn't have, universal screening data, you're just learning now where the kids are at, and then you have to put interventions in place after the fact. So I'm particularly worried about the second graders. I'm particularly worried about the ninth graders, but those reading issues are manifesting themselves as math issues because the kids don't have the reading level to tackle the math word problems.
And what about for you, Chuck? What is it for you? Who do you think, really has the spotlight on them?
It's ninth and 10th graders for us, to Rob's point. And in particular, the ninth graders are truly struggling. The Start Strong data for us, the assessment, it hasn't been helpful to this point. What has been helpful is some of our internal assessments, and districts that have had robust ways to sort of measure where students are in their learning continuum, I think have navigated this pandemic much more adroitly than others. And when we look at our students are struggling in mathematics, and math is traditionally an issue, but our students are struggling in just being able to sit through a regular test and persevere to the way that they had in the past. And so we see the struggles.
Absolutely.